I'm a country boy from Florida. Fortunately, in my life, we were spared from growing up in a very small town called Defuniak Springs, and my mother was fortunate enough to find a man who married her, and he was in the military, and he carried us all around the world. So as a young kid, I lived in Germany, New Mexico. We were ending up coming back to go to Greenland, but we ended up back in Florida. So I was raised in Florida, Miami, Florida. Upon graduation from college, I decided I wanted to be an artist. So I worked quite a while in the industry singing all over the place, but I decided it's time to be more practical, because if you're going to make it in life, you really have to have the means, and you really wasn't making the money that I wanted in the industry. I was introduced to a president. Actually, I overheard someone talking about an opportunity, and the particular guy that was talking about it, he didn't invite me to it, but I heard what he said, and I said, I ought to go check that out. And I happened to go to a meeting and just sat in the back of the room, and I heard about buy term and invest the difference in the rule of 72. And upon hearing that, I said, whoa, interesting. I got the bug from that. And as a result, I went on my journey of Primerica, and in a year and 6 months, I became a regional vice president. That was a really blessing until I had my first child, and he was born 1 pound 7 ounces. And that was my big why, was to make sure he needed everything he needed, that it was going to get done. I was going to get done for him. So as a result of me working during the day and going to see him at night, it really gave me a clear focus on what I needed to do. Ironically, only by the grace of God, US2. It just fell into my lap. A friend of mine down in Florida called me up, says, Charles, can you go to a lunch in Manhattan and this weekend, and that's on next Wednesday? And I said, I'm not sure if I want to do that. And he said, no, this is right in your wheelhouse. It's related to insurance. I said, well, I got to think about finding another company I wanted to go and put my license with. So again, I went to the meeting and I met Kelly. Listening to Dan and Kelly really opened my eyes to the statistical data that I've never been introduced to before. I can tell you that my success in Primerica was totally luck, but my success in QS2 is going to be totally based on laboring under correct knowledge.